This is for the back to school night. It is Monday, August 14th, and you weren't here, so you get a chance to watch the video. For you guys that are here, that's the really weird beginning I get to do for all of my little videos, and we'll talk about that. From here, your main thing is you get to learn my personality tonight. We get a chance to do this little bonding thing. There is every chance your kid has come home and told you stories about my class, and if they have, they're true. They're going to have a tough time making stuff up this year. Unfortunately, this is only after 4 days that we had the back to school night, where normally we get like 2 weeks of them getting to know my personality and you getting to hear stories, and we haven't even really gotten to the fun stuff of my class. We've just gotten the first 4 days. So if you've heard stories already, just wait. As we get farther into this week and next week, we'll start getting into all kinds of fun stories, and they should hopefully be coming home and talking about my class quite a bit. I am the one that gets to talk to you about Camp Tecumseh. And so I am one of the people who helps run it. I've been going to it for 24 years through our school. This will be my 25th year going to it. As far as Camp Tecumseh goes, it's not until April. It's going to be after spring break. It does cost money because it is an all-inclusive wilderness resort. That's what I've decided to start calling it, so it makes it sound a lot fancier. And technically it is all-inclusive. Travel's paid for, food is paid for, lodging is paid for, entertainment is paid for. I mean, you can go to here or you can go to Sandals, and it's like a toss-up between the two. So, being a teacher, I understand finances. If you need to break up that 150, it's not due officially until end of March. So we have a hot minute. So if you need to break it up into payments, anything like that, that's fine. If finances are ever an issue, we do not leave a kid behind because of money. Please reach out and contact me. We will find a way to make things work. We have scholarships, we have PTO, stuff like that, so we will take every kid. If you have a kid who doesn't want to go because of religious reasons, that's completely different. I completely understand that. Or if it's medical, please talk to me. Because in my 24 years of going and 20-some of running this, we have taken kids with almost every medical issue you can imagine, and we have helped them have fun at camp. So whatever it is that you think might stop a kid from going, please reach out and let me know, and I can let you know how we can help alleviate worry, stress, and things like that to help you out. If you want to go to camp, please do. It's awesome. Both of my own children came through our school and went to Camp Tecumseh through here. With that, I will say, it's the last time you really get to see your kid be a kid, because they're going to go to 8th grade next year, where they think they're all big and tough, and they're going to try to ignore you as much as possible. 7th grade, we can still trick them into being little kids, and when they go to Camp Tecumseh, they run around in the woods, they bond, they smile, they giggle, they have a good time. It is a lot of fun to watch these kids do that, and if you can be there for it, awesome. If not, I take a ton of pictures and I send you guys links, so you'll get a chance to experience it one way or the other. If you have questions about camp, please feel free to reach out and talk to me. So this is my 25th year of doing this, and I've learned a lot in all of my years of teaching. I used to think I taught English, and it turns out I don't teach English. I teach children, and I just happen to have English going on while it happens. The quote that's up there is probably, I heard it 2 or 3 years ago, and it really stuck with me, about the kids at this age. They still want the freedom to be little kids and make mistakes, but they really want you to treat them like an adult. They want to go from recess to driving a car all in the same day. If that sounds confusing to you, imagine how it is in their brain. It's a struggle. And so I've learned one of the biggest things I do for kids at this age is help them become just better people. I use English to do it. We're going to read a lot. We're going to discuss a lot. We do short stories, novels, poetry, all kinds of critical thinking and learning how to read nonfiction. But along the way, I try to help them figure out how to be a good person. And a lot of that is learning how to take responsibility for their choices and learning that mistakes are okay. 7th graders freak out about mistakes, and they think if they make a mistake, a lot of times everyone's going to stare at them and laugh at them, and it's the end of the world. I make mistakes all the time, and so I try to get them to learn making mistakes is okay. There's a difference between making a poor choice and making a mistake. I will come after them for making a poor choice. I won't come after them for making a mistake. I just say, don't just become really fond of a mistake that it becomes your favorite and you keep making it over and over again. Try to mix it up. Make some new mistakes. So that's sort of the year I'll try to help them with making mistakes, learning from it. I'll hold them responsible for their choices. Please feel free to reach out to me if you ever have questions along the line. Then, So, with my class, this is my Canvas page. I tried to set it up to make it as easy for them to follow as possible. And so I don't know how much access you guys have to their Canvas pages when you get things set up, but you should be able to tell them, go to his Canvas page, and I have the day set up where everything they need is on that day. The biggest thing that I will tell a kid when they are absent is watch the video. What you see me doing right now, hi parents at home, is that I record my class every day. When I record class, the only things on it are the screen and me. It does not record any of the kids. I tell them this because my goal is to only record important things, and that's why they're not on it. The real reason is that in the world there are these things called creepers, and I don't want to give them a reason to come after any particular children. And I've told kids that in the past. When I do, they say, Mr. Brovicast, aren't you worried about the creepers coming after you? And I'm like, I'm 47. If a creeper comes after me, he just needs a friend, so we're okay. But them, that's going to be a little bit different. So I'm the only one that gets to be on there. It does record their voices because I have a nice big boom mic on there, so in case they make poor choices, you get to hear their poor choices, but it's not them actually being on there. So anytime a kid is absent, that's what I'll just say. Watch the video. And it's always going to be right there on the Canvas page. I record it and then post it at the end of the day. They can just play it. They'll be good to go. So if kids ever absent for me, all you have to say is, did you watch Brovicast's video? And you should be good. And then they can just fast forward through the boring parts. For some of them, it's the whole video. But it helps them in case they need to go back and watch a thing. If they're ever confused in class, if I'm covering adverbs or we're talking about an Edgar Allan Poe poem and they're struggling with it, have them go back and watch the video. And they can just go back and rewatch whatever I did to make things a little bit easier on them. And so plus, in case they ever come home and be like, you won't believe what the crazy man did, and you're like, there's no way a grown man would do that. Watch the video. And you'll be like, oh yeah, a grown man actually did that. And so you can get a chance to watch the videos. I do apologize. I have had parents tell me that sometimes their kids make them watch the videos at dinner. If that happens, please feel free to just reach out and go, I'm good. And you can just hit the button. But sometimes they get a little obsessed. It's all right. They're adorable. Tonight, when I will post this video on there, I will also send it out on email. You should have gotten an email from me yesterday saying, like, welcome to the Heroes team. If not, let me know, and I can get you added to that. I will send another email either tomorrow or Wednesday that'll have these handouts on there, plus a link to this video in case any parents weren't able to make it and stuff like that. And so I will put that stuff up there also. And then anytime I get handouts, you'll almost always find them on there. And they can just go clicky, download digital version of it, and try to help them out as much as possible along those lines. Access to my actual YouTube page. And so in case you need to go back and look at a thing, because you guys don't always have access to Canvas, so if you are wanting to go watch a video or if they're struggling with Canvas, my YouTube page is my last name backwards, K-A-I-V-O-R-B. The reason being is that it turns out there is another David Brovicast who lives in Illinois who beat me to all of the good social media names. So I had to get creative, and it turns out no one has my last name backwards, so that became what I used for all of them. And so it's just my last name backwards, easy way to find it from there. So your kid has homework tonight, which is this little yellow sheet I gave them today during class. Looks like this. I highly recommend, if you get a chance, go home and ask them about the yellow sheet, which has like 67 directions on it. And for those of you who have survived a thing, you can probably figure out the whole point of all of these directions are to help them to learn how to read directions. Because one of those directions is going to be the special direction that helps them figure things out. So if you want to help them go home tonight, you're like, hey, how's that yellow sheet going? Because one of the first directions is, do not spend more than 15 minutes on this. Do not have your kid come in tomorrow and be like, I spent 2 hours working on this. I don't hate them that much. There should be no more than 15 minutes for them to learn, and that is it. Hey, you get to go to 5th period. Have fun. Run away.